I'm Kimberly from We Belong. We're a youth-led charity for young migrants aged 16 to 25. We understand that there are barriers blocking you from accessing higher education as a young migrant, depending on your immigration status. And we want to make sure that you're given the correct information as early as possible to assist you in making those key decisions in your next steps towards university. University, for many students looking at their next steps, is the norm. As a young migrant, before applying to university, you need to understand the big issue. If you are a young person living in the UK and you do not have permanent settled immigration status or British citizenship, you may find yourself in a situation where, upon applying to university, you're classified as an international or overseas student for fee-paying purposes and deemed ineligible for mainstream funding for student finance loans. You might have no recourse to public funds written in your conditions for stay in the UK, but this has nothing to do with student finance. Student finance is not a public fund. Many young people, like myself at the age of 18, unfortunately only find out this big issue after they've already been accepted to university, and sometimes after beginning their studies and receiving a rejection on their student finance application. This means a significantly higher number than that of somebody who's classified as a home student. A home student is typically somebody with a British passport or permanent immigration leave in the UK. You may also be given home student fee status and be granted a student finance loan if you have and can demonstrate that you have lived in the UK for at least half your life and that the immigration status that you hold has been lawful for a minimum of 3 years before you start your course. The exact dates to calculate these two parts of the eligibility criteria are very crucial. If you have received your limited leave to remain status for the first time, last year for example, and you want to study at uni this year with student finance and home fee status, surely an exception can be made. The answer is no. You need to hold your limited leave to remain for at least 3 years before the course start date and also meet the criteria for living in the UK for at least half your life to qualify as a home student and get student finance. Your immigration status as a young migrant determines what you're eligible for when it comes to accessing university and a student loan. So here's a quick breakdown of some of the statuses and how each immigration status impacts your access to university. Refugees who live in the UK and those granted humanitarian protection have faced a recent change. They are eligible for student finance and treated as home students. Asylum seekers are not eligible for student finance and will be charged international fees. Limited forms of leave, such as discretionary leave or limited leave to remain. If you are 18 years old and over, you may only be eligible for student finance if you have lived in the UK for half your life and held your immigration status lawfully for a minimum of 3 years by the first day of the academic year of the course. For example, the 1st of September or the 1st of January. Indefinite leave to remain. You may be eligible for funding if you've had lawful status for 3 years for the first day of the first academic year of the course. For example, the 1st of September or the 1st of January. British citizenship. You must have also continuously been living in the UK. Looking for good news? There are now universities who offer funding support in the form of scholarships and bursaries for young people who find themselves blocked from accessing higher education. This is great, but we continue to campaign and lobby for more because there are thousands of young migrants who are still affected. Our website provides details in the form of a list of universities offering scholarships and fee waivers which are open to young migrants. There are also a number of trusts and foundations who provide scholarship funding and financial support. Contact our office to find out more. Email us at info@webelong.org.uk or call us on 0208 059 4778. Here are some tips if you're planning to apply for scholarships or a fee waiver. Typically, the scholarships that I'm about to explain are for students who cannot access student finance because of their immigration status. Number 1, check your eligibility for student finance. Number 2, check which universities offer scholarships or fee waivers because not all of them do. Number 3, check eligibility for the scholarship. Different scholarships from different universities will have different criteria, so make sure you're on the lookout to see if you're eligible. You need to read the information on the university's website carefully and get in touch with the university by calling or emailing them if you're not sure whether you're eligible. Number 4, most importantly, note scholarship deadlines. They're different depending on the institution, and you want to give yourself enough time to make a good application. In some cases, you must apply for the course first before you apply for the scholarship. If you apply to universities that don't offer scholarships, there is the option of applying through UCAS Extra. This is free, and the dates for this can be found on the UCAS website.